Street family, I came on today to do a quick recipe for you. We are going to be making some grenadine syrup for a cocktail that I'm going to be making for y'all at a later date. So we are going to be making our own grenadine syrup. And the ingredients I have here, just three simple, well, four really. And this is gonna be the water, and I'm using distilled water. And then this is gonna be the sugar, because all grenadine syrup is equal parts of sugar to water, and then whatever you are using. So the reason that this is called grenadine syrup, because I was wondering, why did they call it grenadine syrup? The reason is because in French, pomegranate is grenada, so they call it grenadine syrup. So this is gonna be my pomegranate juice powder that I'm going to be using, because I don't want to go through the trouble of the fresh pomegranates or buy any juice or anything. So we are going to get started with our recipe now. And as I said, this is a really quick recipe. So just follow me over to the stove. So I am just going to put my, let me just turn it on. Put my water in my pot, and that is 2 cups of water. And then I have here 2 cups of sugar, and I'm using white sugar because I find that the white sugar makes a better syrup than than the brown or anything, and then I want the bright color. So I am just going to leave this there. You are going to have the stove on low. You don't want it to boil. You just want the sugar to melt. So when the sugar basically starts to melt accordingly, I am going to be right back. Our sugar and water is going to get a crystal clear like that, which means that the sugar is at least almost melted. Then what we are going to do, we are going to add our pomegranate powder to this, and I'm just going to add that is like half a cup of pomegranate powder. Syrup is finished, and I'm just going to use this makeshift strainer to strain it out, so that if it has any ends, it will just stay in the strainer. So that is the color. It is going to clear up. Don't look at the frothiness. It's going to clear up as it settles. So this is our grenadine syrup. And I'm going to just leave it to cool off a little, because we can keep it like this. Or what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of vodka alcohol to just keep it so that it will last about 3 months. You can keep it in the fridge just like this, and it will last probably about 6 to 8 weeks, because sugar is a preservative, so that would last. But I'm just gonna let it settle for a little bit. It looks great. And then I'm going to add a little vodka to that, and we got exactly 4 cups of our grenadine syrup. And you don't have to use the powder. You can buy the natural grenadine, well, the natural pomegranate juice from in the stores, the supermarket or wherever. But I didn't have that. I had the pomegranate powder because I put that in my smoothies and different things like that. So that's what I used. But this is all done, and this is just our little bit of vodka we are going to put in. Okay, my grenadine syrup has, cooled down for a little bit. So I'm just going to add my quarter a cup of vodka inside there, and that would keep this would help preserve it for about 3 months or so, because it's going to be used in cocktails anyway, and it gives a nice color and everything to your cocktails. So this is my bottle I'm going to store it in. If you enjoyed this recipe, consider giving me a like, a share, and a subscribe. And thank you so much for joining me. And for those of you that are here for the first time, I am Annie, and this is Sweet Annie's Life, and I want to welcome you.